been feeling like I'm ready for the top. Got the pedal to the metal, I've been grinding non-stop, killing every instrumental, and I knew just what I wanted. Now I gotta go and get it, and I'm never looking back, only looking where I'm headed. And I doubt it for a minute, trying to get another win.
What are you doing? You guys supposed to go potty out here, not playtime. Huh? Good morning, buddy. What's your deal? This is what Apollo does. He lays on his back when he wants belly rubs. Good spin, good spin. Yep. Good morning. I'm so happy you guys sleep in till 11 with me now, not like before. Now they want double belly rubs. You want belly rubs? You want belly rubs? Look at these guys. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah. Belly rubs for everybody. Yeah, it's a good boy. What do you got, guys? What's that? A leaf? What the hell? Go get it. Rocky, go get him. Whoa! How did you do that? You're getting brave. My goodness. Crazy puppies. Okay, so we're looking at about 12:45 right now. The tournament starts at 3 o'clock. We're going to hit the gym. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to go nuts. It's going to be a long day. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's a 50K, which is great, but it is a turbo structure with 40-minute levels, and it's a 2-day event, which, I mean, it's kind of fun or whatever, but it's very, like, variance heavy. You know, anytime you have structures like that, they don't necessarily benefit a player like me. Super high roller bowl, now that's more my speed, where the average stack sits above 100 big blinds throughout, and it allows me to really maneuver and make a lot of cool turn and river decisions, whereas when you play turbos, it's a lot of like pre-flop, sense weakness, moving in, that kind of shit, and that's not really fun for me. That's like what I would call the Jawanda sport, who's really one of the best at it that I know in terms of reading weakness pre-flop. So one other thing I want to discuss before I go into the gym here is, because we are going to the gym right now. Get it? You are following me along because we are doing this together, the journey, right? I'm sharing with you, so it's a we. If I was going to tell a friend where am I going, I wouldn't say we are going to the gym. I'd say I'm going to the gym. But since this is a inclusive thing, the vlog, we are doing it together. So I read some people, they're fucking crazy people out there that think like saying we is somehow offensive. I mean, people get offended by the craziest things in 2018. It actually makes me sad for society how, I mean, snowflakey-ish people have become with like overanalyzing and looking for things to be offended by. But if you're offended by me saying we're going to the gym, then you're just simply crazy. Like, you're absolutely have a screw loose, period.
You see, I'll tell them I'm the greatest without cracking a smile. I see very few souls.
So with the World Series of Poker winding down now, you know, you can take a time to reflect and look back on sort of the series and how I felt like my play was and things like that. And I can honestly say, and I know this may sound impossible to some people, but I really feel like it was, from start to finish, one of my absolute best performances in terms of fewest mistakes. I felt like I played really top-notch poker this entire series. I mean, we ended up with, like, so far with 5 cashes out of about 30 events, which results-wise, like, it's very difficult as a poker player to separate your mind from results and be like, hey, I won. That means I played good. I didn't win. That means I didn't play good. But when you've done this for 20 years, you learn to weed out the differences, and you start to look at the spots and the important spots that you got it in with, and, like, you know, did you set yourself up? And I made some deep runs, and obviously, you know, when I was all in and flip situations and things like that, ran pretty salty so far. Well, notice the so far, because coming up right now, we got the 50K today, and, you know, obviously, if anything, you know, it's going to be a higher caliber of player, so it'll elevate my intensity level and ask me to, it'll require me to play even better. And then, of course, the one drop is like super next level focus, where the phone goes away, possibly music. We'll see how that goes. Rocky, we'll throw some Rocky in there. But despite going through what is You know, originally when this relationship breakup thing happened, I said it was amicable, and you know, as far as I was concerned, it was. And I always had amicable breakups. I mean, I was married once. She came home. She said, "You want to get divorced?" I said, "Yeah, I do." She said, "So do I." We hugged, made popcorn, and watched a movie. And she stayed a couple months. No lawyers, no prenup. It was clean, and she was cool, and she was a really, you know, good person. And I wish her the best. That was my ex-wife, Lori. And I've never really had a messy breakup. And this is the first time, or the messiest by far, that started out amicable. And I thought everything was going to be copacetic, if you will. But, you know, it took a turn, if you will, for the worst. So that, despite all that distraction, I was really happy with how I was able to, when playing, avoid the distractions from affecting my decision making. And I thought I'm genuinely proud of myself for being able to separate myself from the internal drama and the messy breakup and all that kind of stuff. And now that I feel as though hopefully that's subsiding, you know, we're not on speaking terms at this point. It's like I said, I'm not going to go into the details of the ugliness, but it got pretty ugly. So we're not going to get into I keep saying that over and over. But yeah, so now that I feel like for the most part it's pushed aside and I'm not, you know, having to deal with the day-to-day, it really allows me to take my focus to super duper levels, which is exactly the plan the next couple days. We've only got a few days left. We got to make them count.
I speak my peace and spread the love and understand why I'm present, to make a story that the reverends used to profit off peasants. They call me God. Next up, you the one make a change. They put this pressure on my brain and say you asked for this fame. They say you'll run this.
So what are we trying to do here? So your phone has no storage.
I'm just going to take those.
Okay, so I'm filming you, by the way. I'm going to put you in the vlog.
Well, why don't you? Can you send it to me?
I can send you a picture. Why not?
What, with you?
Well, or we could just start working on your storage and get rid of that in
No,
the phone.
I want to take your time. Just take
Why
a
don't you
picture
come
of
see
us.
me? Why don't you come see me at Amazon 10?
Okay.
439. I'll be there after 3 o'clock. So you go ahead and delete your
439.
storage, get yourself some picture space, and then we'll make it happen. How's that sound? Or say
you
hi to
like-
the people.
Well, can you send that to me?
Well, you're gonna send it. Oh, you're gonna do it on your own phone after you clear up some space.
No,
Yeah.
but I may not be able to.
Oh,
clear
you
it
can
up.
figure it out. I promise. I'll help you with it.
Tom, you're so good looking.
I know,
You're
right?
A lot better good looking.
Isn't that crazy? And I'm
than
single
TV.
too. Can you believe it?
Shoot.
Do you have any like young hot friends that are
Well,
vegan
I don't
and
know
smart?
what- I don't know what
sweet?
age. I have to know what age range.
Oh, I'm not really. I mean, legal.
Age don't matter.
Legal. Have to be legal. I'd
you
say
don't have a problem at all.
nothing less than half my age, because that's weird and creepy. So
Tell me that table number again.
439
Okay,
seat
439.
one, $50,000. They give you a piece of paper.
439. Okay.
All right, we'll see you there. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Have a good day.
I need to apologize
Why?
because I called you Danny.
Oh, that's okay. I'll live.
You've always been Daniel to me. I've
See you guys in a
never
bit.
called you Daniel.
Now, Jason Somerville, a good buddy of mine with Run It Up, put a couple bags together of gear. And if you don't already have some, you got to get some. You got hats, you got shirts, you got these. I may not wear. Those are underwear, and I think they have Jason's face on them. Probably not. But we got other stuff. We got hoodies. I was wearing one yesterday, and really cool stuff up in here. Run It Up. And if you don't check out runitup.tv, you're missing out, because he does Twitch streaming and all that kind of stuff. Look at all this shit. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Hoodies. That's what's up. Run It Up. Okay, so we're starting out here. We'll get to that in a second. We got Ben Tollerine, we got all the stars here, but we're gonna start out real comfortable with a massage from Shannon. And Shannon would like to say something special too.
Hi, Dad.
Daddy watches. Isn't that cool?
Finally.
Yeah, so we got the high
Wanting to say
pops
hi
in.
every time and-
What's his name?
Bob.
Bob. Pretty generic white guy name. All right, Bob. You know. Hi,
Dad.
Bob.
Love you.
Okay, so we have a lot to share. So we will discuss it in the trailer, but we have 233,000 end of level 3, and we crushed it. I mean, we crushed it. I'll explain in a moment. All right, so we got a lot to cover. I'm gonna try to do this quickly so this vlog doesn't end up being like a 45-minute vlog. I was in 3 4-bet pots that I 3-bet, and we're gonna go over each one plus a red pocket jack's hand. Okay, so I raise 500,000. I make it 2,500 with ace king. A recreational player I've never seen before from Florida makes it 7,000. Alex Foxen calls in the big blind, and I have ace king, as I said, for the 7,000. I elect to make it 27,000, and the recreational player re-raised to 75,000. I still don't have a good read on the guy or whatever, so I just fold the ace king right there. So not off to a great start with that. We got moved to a new table. I open kings in the cutoff to 2,500 at 500,000 blinds. The button makes it 9,000. I make it 27,000 with my 4-bet. Now he calls, and the flop comes ace 10 9 with 2 diamonds, which is like one of the worst flops I can have. I can hit. So I check. He bets 18,000. Now we're thinking about combos, right? How many combos do you beat, you think, realistically? Queens and jacks, right? There's 6 combos of queens, 6 combos of jacks. Does he bet him on that flop? Not that often. But he could have pocket 10s, pocket 9s, an ace, any ace, suited ace, all that kind of stuff. So we just check fold the kings right there. The last one here that I 4-bet, I open with king jack, again to 2,500. There's one player who calls, and Ant Zeno makes it 10 on the button, and I felt like he was kind of weak there. So I decided to 4-bet to 35,000. He called, and came ace jack 3. I checked, he checked. Turn was a 4, and I bet quarter pot, and he just folded. So I think he probably had 9s or something like that. The final one I want to go over, we had an opener to 3,000 at 1,000, 1,500 blinds. I make it 13,000 in position with red jacks. Yeah, right? He calls the 13,000. Flop is 10-4-4 with 2 spades. No heart. He checks, I check it back. Now that's just based on bluffing, on betting frequency. So, in the old days, you break down a poker hand by going, is this a spot where you should bet, or is this a spot where you should check? And today, with poker advancing, it's how often is this a spot you should bet, and how often is this a spot you should check? So I thought it was important to have some jacks in my check back range. I check back. The turn is a deuce. He bets 13,000. We of course call with the jacks. The river's a 9, so the board runs pretty clean, but he bets 46,000. And that's pretty big. It's almost pot size bet. It's still, my hand is way too good to fold because there's still a lot of missed draws and a lot of bluffs he can have. So we call, and he had pocket kings. So pretty eventful start to my day, to say the least. And but I feel great. I mean, I'm really zoned in. I feel great. I've been watching every hand and super pumped. I feel good about this because this is what I need. Like a big tournament like this with geniuses. Got a good table. Let's freaking go.
Your mother's son and light the world with your punch. You have a message, you have a purpose. You saved my life back when I was feeling worthless. You give me too much credit, I can't even take it. Said I was sent to change this place, was he mistaken? So many stories to tell, so many things I should prove. So many people that doubt me, so many mountains to move. Got the world on my shoulders, it doesn't stop me from climbing. Never fold under
Back in
pressure.
action. Picked up jacks again. Yeah, buddy, against ace king this time. Flop was an ace, so we lost, but just letting you know I'm getting cards. Yeah, go me. Fuck jacks in there. Bleepity, 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 right? Jacks suck, man. Such a stupid hand. I didn't put you in there.
A little extra out of respect.
Special
You
rules
get
for
the extra
this
blue.
50K. Notice there the ante, that's the big blind ante situation. You've also got what's known as
That's a
time
little extra out of
extensions.
respect.
6 of these. Each one gives you an additional
I
30
was expecting
seconds.
you or him.
Over there we got the clock running. Over where we got this guy
I
running
want
his
you in
mouth.
with that crap you play.
Nobody talks more than this guy in pots these days.
He's got a really good hand. That's 30,000.
Here we are. Back in business. This is what I deal with here, playing a high roller. This guy is doing some sort of air pumping situation here, laying on his back. Why are you waving at me? Dietrich, why are you waving? What are you doing, Dietrich?
I'm having fun.
He looks like fun. He's on a roller thing.
You want to try?
No, I'm good, buddy. You look comfortable.
This is not getting on level.
Oh yeah, it's in the
It
blog
doesn't
already.
make it.
Yeah, I hear you. So,
Then she gets to read that.
all right, y'all. What's up, girl? Hi, Shannon. Say hi.
50K players complete this.
283,000 end level 6. We're playing 40-minute levels, so the breaks are every 2 hours. There's a dinner break tonight, which is weird for 3 o'clock. After level 8, which is again weird in the middle. So yeah, I feel really good, man. Even when I ended with 233, which is less than 250 start, I was like, yeah, I got it today. And we're at 283. The blinds are going up. Quick. They're going to be 2,500, 5,000 when we come back. But just happy to have above start. And got a good table, too. Can't complain. So we are at the end of level 9. Yours truly sitting on 303,500. The blinds are going up quickly every 40 minutes. It's kind of it's a turbo for all intents and purposes. So what will we be playing? We'll be playing 3 and 6, 4 and 8,000 blinds. Re-entry allowed for 3 more levels. We're gonna go on dinner break. We're not even gonna eat probably. We are going to lay on the couch, maybe watch a little bit of the World Series of Poker, and just really enjoy and take advantage of the luxury of having a trailer. I mean, it's a blessing really, because where else the hell would I go for an hour? Just like do nothing and be tired. So nap time.
Stop me from climbing. Never fold under pressure. I just come out as a diamond. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Tell you everything that's on mine too. We run together like Bonnie and Clyde, but still we can't seem to make it all the way through. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Tell you everything that's on mine too. We run together like Bonnie and Clyde, but still we can't seem to make it all the way through. I'm from a small town, LA got me missing the burbs, but tell me why you
3 times today. I'm gonna have aces for one of them. Which one?
The 1 out of 6?
Yeah. That 1 out of 6 line is just fold kings to that line.
Who's that coming up behind me? Mustafa! Ma lascia stare. Some pineapple pizza for you. All right. So we have 1,027,000 in chips. About half the field is gone, so the average is about 500. We are doing really good. Had some things go our way. First one against Christoph Vogelsang. I raised with ace-deuce of clubs. Came king 9-4, 2 diamonds and a club. He checked. I bet quarter pot, just c-betting, trying to pick it up. He calls, turns a deuce. He checks. I check back the deuce. River's the ace of diamonds, completes the flush, but I make aces and deuces. He checks. I bet 55K, and he paid it off. Then later I busted him with 7-8 of diamonds. I raised it up. He went all in for like 9 bigs, and I called, and he had queens, and I made a full house. But the 2 key hands I want to discuss, 6 and 12,000 blinds. I'm in the big line with 2 5s. Under the gun makes it 30,000. We defend with the 5s. Comes queen, jack, 5, 2 hearts. I check, he bets 40,000. We have about 428 to start the hand. And I decide this is a spot where I can absolutely fast play the 5s because it's such a draw heavy board. So if he has a hand like ace queen or just a queen in general, it's very credible for him to think I can have something like 9-10 hearts, king 10 of hearts, nut flush draws and things. So I check raise to 100. He goes all in with the ace-deuce of hearts. And I call 428,000 and he whiffs. So he didn't hit the heart. Our set held up. And then I flopped another set in a big blind with 9s against a German player who raised early. I defended the 9s. This time I played it different because this guy had a really deep stack. And I didn't really want to get it in on the jack 9 6-2 heart board. So I check called a 28K bet. The turn was king. I checked, he checked. River's a 10, brutal card, just the queen makes it straight. I check, he value bets 43K with ace king. So we snapped that off, of course. We're never gonna fold 3 9s. And now we have $1 million in chips with just 2 hours to play. I feel good, baby. This is the best players in the world bring out the best in me. And I'm giving it my A game right now.
But it was a good fold.
No.
Okay, we are bagging and tagging. There are 32 players left coming back tomorrow. 20 places get paid. $1.6 million up top. This is a good one to win. The average stack is exactly 1 million in chips. We're sitting on 590, which is going to be about 20 big blinds for tomorrow. Man, I really want to win this one. I hope that I just run lucky because honestly, I'm playing well, but like you just got to play so much tighter when the situation like this. There was an open just now, and I folded queen jack suited because there's like short stacks that are just jamming. It's the exact kind of poker I detest the most. Like short stack, tight, rejamming crap. But who cares, man? We're dealing with a lot of money, and I know what adjustments I need to make, and I'm making them. We have 590, as I said, not that far off $1 million really when we're playing the stakes that we are. And first step, we got to outlast 12 people, lock up, whatever, 75K, and then from there, go for it. But the truth is, I'm not like others where, the ICM bubble is going to heavily affect how I choose to play. I'm going to go for it. If I get a hand, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm folding, because the truth is, though, you have to make adjustments because opening ranges for others are going to be a lot tighter. So you just don't want to get it in light. So you have to play tighter as a result, but you can be the first to get it in with a lot wider range of hands. So come on, man. Come on, baby. Let's get one. Let's get this one. Be a good score. 1.6. Bail us out of that hole we dug here at the World Series of Poker. Come on, baby. We're going to use it. We're going to use it. One time.
Never fold under pressure. I just come out as a diamond. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Tell you everything that's on mine too. We run together like Bonnie and Clyde, but still we can't seem to make it all the way through. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Tell you everything that's on mine too.